the movement of the arm or the leg or the bend comes from following the chi. It's not generated. You actually follow it. So when you set anything, it's how you begin that creates the movement. Okay? So we've learned the 5 moves to open heart, right? And the first movement is this movement here. But in order to start that, you actually have to push down. And that push down brings the energy up. And you follow. And the first one is always heavy and slow because you have to generate a little bit of direction, right? And so you follow that chi. You follow. Okay? And if you do it 2, 3 times, then all of a sudden it gets easier. The movement is easier. Okay? So when you do any Chi Gong move, ask yourself, well, what is it that you want to do? So I teach sets because then people go, oh, I learned something. And it gives us a sense of accomplishment. The biggest and the hardest thing to learn about Chi Gong is to listen within. And once you get that, your chi starts to move.
What's the idea of pushing down?
You ground out the energy. So here you have secondary chakras, and all your fingertips runs the energy into your meridians. And when you push into the earth, you're interacting with the earth energy. Okay? So as soon as you push down, there's a resistance that happens, and then again, once you go down, it comes back up.
Okay.
It comes up. Okay? And that's with every move, there's always an opposition. When we do heaven and earth with that move, as you move and you watch that turn, watch the turn, and then as soon as you reach the furthest that you can, you switch it, right? And then you watch the turn, watch the turn, watch the turn. There's a push up and a push down, and then boom, it turns. And you follow the movement as opposed to think of the movement. That's the essence of Chi Gong, following. So in order to sense it, we warm up, right? Let's not warm up. Yeah, all this. Yeah, get that moving. Sometimes you need to do a little bit of, hey, wake up. Wake up. Wake up, yeah. Wake up here, wake up here. This is important. So I'm very aware that injury is like high on our list of our bodies hurt. And my goal is to have no injuries. If I had an injury, then I'm going to heal my injuries, okay? So I know I sit here and then people go, well, you don't look injured. And yeah, I don't look injured. However, I was born with this leg not attached to my hip, in the hip, okay? And it was very painful, and I didn't understand why anybody liked to run or jump or anything. And so that created a lot of issues in my spine, my lower spine. And so at 30, doctors said, you need a hip replacement. I was 30. And then I said, will it take my pain away? And she said, no. But we don't know what else to do. It looks like your hip's gonna go in. Because I would walk and the leg would come out, I would fall. And so they wanted to make sure that that stayed in place. And
I had to catch her many times.
And so I decided, okay, I'm not going to do that. So I'm gonna do something different. And that's when I started rebuilding myself. Okay? And that started at 30. At 45, this leg went into the hip socket and stayed.
Sorry, could you speak up a little bit louder?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have my hearing aids, they're not working right now, and I hear you. And you're interesting.
So at 45 is when my leg entered the hip. First time, I was 45, okay? And it took me 9 months working with a massage therapist to make it stay. The energy that went through my body was incredible. It was incredible. So how did I learn to walk? Well, as a child, I watched energy. And I thought, oh, okay, this is how people do it. No one instructs you, and they just think you should move. As a baby, I just stayed still. And, you know, I didn't know, I just didn't like to hurt. So I sat. And so when it was time to learn to move, I had to follow energy lines. And so I had to create movement, and then my leg went. Because I didn't know how to get the muscle to move. So the leg follows the energy. So I've been following energy since I was really little. And so when the Chi Gong master taught me, he said, oh, you're Chi Gong master, because I follow the energy. Okay?
At 45, did you know Qigong at that time?
At 45, yes,
Okay.
I'd already been studying Qigong. And he taught me what I already know. Anchor your feet into the earth. So when we sit, we tend to sit on our behind. But if you push into the earth and you push down, you'll get a more response to that energy. Keep that connection to the earth. In and out. In and out. Such a simple move, right? Simple. So this is the first move that the Chi Master taught us. This is when I said, okay, I got it. So he goes stand up and he goes feet hip width apart. Relax your knees. Push down. And here we go. Breathe in. Out. Like that. That was his accent. Breathe in. Out. And he did that for like at least 5 minutes. Breathe in. Out. So, see, that was my response. I'm like, okay. So after 3-4 weeks, I'm like, I got it. Breathe in, breathe out. That's it. Can we learn another move? And here I am teaching Qigong. And I'm saying to people, this is the move. If you remember nothing else, if you can access that, breathe in, out. You have the essence of all of Qigong. Okay? Breathe in, out. Okay? If you remember nothing else.
Feel the energy around
Right.
your hands. As I do that, I'm conscious of the increasing of the energy. Like a balloon.
Balloon, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's exactly what happens. You get this energy ball here. Now, what do you do with that energy ball?
Catch.
Catch, yeah. You put it in.
Yeah.
Put it in. Put it into yourself. Okay? So how do you put it in? And so that's like gather it all up. It goes through the crown. Now it goes in. Relax, relax. And this isn't a breathe out, relax, please. Relax, relax. So wherever, this is where we usually put it into like your battery, which is right here. Okay. This is called the dantian. This is where we store energy. So for women, it's right hand on there, left hand on top. For men, it's opposite. Okay. And then we breathe in, and as you breathe in, you pull the hands away from the body a little. Breathe in and out. In. So you did all this pumping, build it, build it, build it, build it, build it, then you gather it up, put it in, store it here, then you run that down the next.
In Falun Gong, that move is called cracking an egg over your head. Crack the egg and it flows down.
However you need to remember.
It helps visually.
Oh, okay, sure. If you need that, it's a big egg, all right?
Sorry, it just popped out of my nose.
So if it's like an ostrich egg, you have to be careful because it's hard, right? So if you think about how you raise your life force, you pull it up, you pull it down, you make it more and more stretchy, you do it slowly, right? I'm just speeding it up. So you build, you build, you build, you build, you build, you put it in yourself, and you store it. Okay, so why do we want to store it? Because when we're moving and we're doing things, we get tired, and you need that little extra push. It's right here. And this is how you access it. That's it. Don't do it 100 times. You won't sleep. Just do one. Energy goes like this. Right? And then you can pull energy from anywhere. Energy comes from anywhere. You don't have to pull it from your partner. You don't have to. You can pull it from anywhere.
She does that in emergencies.
But he does it always. Okay. So warm up is important because when we warm up, we have more senses. Okay. So you warm up your legs, that helps, right? So remember the big toe, because these are the end points. Big toe to little toe. Turn. Big toe to little toe. And what you're doing is pushing into the earth. If you need to do this sitting down, that's fine. And then you go little toe to big toe. Remember, if you're in pain, there's no gain. Okay? So don't be in pain. Big toe to little toe. And then little toe to big toe. Okay. Then you're gonna draw a circle with your foot. If you need to hold on, that's fine. Draw a circle. One direction, and then in the other direction. Okay. That's to loosen up your ankles. Again, you have to sit down, that's okay. Draw circles in one direction, and then go the other direction. Okay. Then little taps behind. Energy gets caught up in our calf muscles, because how we walk, run, our shoes, whatever. It always gets caught up. Okay. And this is important because it's to wake it up, wake it up. You go as fast or as slow as you can. Whatever. Okay? And then you go forward. Again, if you can't reach, it's okay. Just go like this. You can go higher, you can go like this. Go straight. Then the outside. And this is the part. So important. This is what I found out with the hip not being in the joint, is that if we don't do this motion, it doesn't stay in. And then you shake it out. So this morning I was playing around and I thought, oh, this is a really cool thing to do for us, you know, that say you can't you can't do the lips, okay? You can, but standing on one foot, move the heel in increments, right? And you actually can feel where you're tight, right? Like even doing that helps us reorient the leg in the hip. So important. And I feel how that feels in the, right? You feel the legs like, oh, it's more relaxed. Make sure you do the other leg. So you're just repositioning your heel. And it's important that it touches the ground, because when it touches the ground, you actually get vibration up into that hip joint. And then the brain will say, oh, that's where the hip is. And then it'll signal where you are. Okay? And then it'll start to loosen all those tight muscles in that lower spine. Yes, and you can do it sitting down. Okay? Remember, it's always about relaxed, and it's always about what you can do. Never follow anybody, it doesn't work. Just follow yourself, right? Listen to yourself. Okay. Now we're all warmed up, what do we do? Our 5 moves?
Yeah.
Our 5 moves, so who wants to lead it? 5 moves. I'll do the first one. Legs hip width apart, and you can do this sitting down as well. Okay. 5 moves to open the heart. Push down, turn, breathe in, drop the little finger, and out. Let's do it 3 times. Push down, turn, breathe in, and out. Push down, turn, breathe in, and out. Now, you're gonna look through the triangle. This is your stroke. Push down, turn. Extend your fingers to the earth. Breathe in, create a triangle. Look through the triangle, these are your strengths. All the way. Push down, open. Extend the fingers to the earth. Breathe in and out. Look through the triangle. Push down, turn. Extend your fingers to the earth. Connect, draw a triangle. Look through the triangle. As you breathe out. Hold the bowl. Bend the knees. Only go as far as you can. Empty your bowl as fast as you can. Breathe in. Offer it up and out. Hold the bowl. Bend the knees. Going down. You get to the end. Tip. It's a nose breath. Breathe out. Hold. And let it go. One more time. Hold the bowl, bend the knees, going down. Quick breath. Hold the bottom of the bowl. Offer it up. Let it go. Bending at the waist, clear the way. Clear in front of you. All around. Bending at the waist. Clearing around. The earth in front of you and all around. Bending at the waist. Clear in front of you and all around. Clearing around. The earth in front of you and all around. Clearing around. The earth in front of you and all around. Clearing around. Little fingers come together. Back of the hand in and out. Breathe in, stretch, let go, out. Hold that space. Breathe in and out. In and out. Breathe in and out. In and out. Then gather everything up over your head, behind, in front, and all around. Close it. In. Got it? Okay. Easy, comment, questions?
When you're holding, for women on the right, is it the right side or the middle you're putting your
It's in the
hands?
center.
Center, okay.
Okay, this is where the dantian is, okay? So your right hand goes here, your left hand goes on top, and you bring your right leg. So when you bring it up over your head, you bring your right leg in. And the men would do the other side, right? If you forget to close the legs, you don't really close, okay? Here is where we lose a lot of life force. When we're sick, it's always where we lose the bottom of ourselves, which is, you think it's your feet, but it's not. It's the bottom of your torso. You gotta pull that up, so it's like sucking it up. And then this has more support, you know, okay? So when people get really sick, usually it's the bottom of them is drooping. So you pull that up. Easy? Is all good? You got it? Got it, all right. Relax a little, sit if you need to. We're gonna go into our 8 brocade moves.
8? What did you say?
8
What did you? Okay.
brocade.
Okay.
Some people call it silk moves.
Okay.
It's 8 moves. Let's see if we can remember. 8. Again, we start with legs hip width apart. Do you remember what the first move is? Breathe in. You're gonna hold up the sky. Hold it up. Okay. Hold it up. And if this is what you can do, this is great. If you can do little turns, that's fine. And they're little turns. And then relax. Breathe in, turn, out. Center yourself. Number 2, we're gonna shoot an arrow. Wide step. Hands over. Pull. Yep. Open. Center yourself one more time. In, one hand goes up, one hand goes down. Connecting heaven to earth. That's like the windmill. One hand goes up, one hand goes down. Center yourself. In and in. This is the bear, right? Big stance. Put your belly forward. Straighten the back leg. Turn side. In and out. In and out. Center, up, center yourself. In and out. Come all the way up and around. Going behind, this is from the hip, going back. Only as far as you can. Then, coming forward, touch your toes as far down as you can. Breathing in and out. our stance. Focus. Turn. Open. Pull. Focus. Turn. Open. Pull. Out to the side. Focus. Turn. Open. Pull. Other side. Focus. Turn. Open. Pull. Looking forward. Both sides going outward. Turn. Open. Pull. Both arms going forward. This. Turn. Open. Pull. Right hand. Out. Pull it back. Turn. Open. Pull. Out to the side. Turn. Open. Pull. Other side. Turn. Open. Pull. Looking forward. Out both sides. Open. Pull. Forward. Turn. Open. Pull. Last time. Right hand out. Open. Pull. Left hand. Out. Pull. Out to the side. Pull. Other side. Open. Looking forward. Out to the side. Open. Pull. Both hands going forward. Open. Pull. Up. Breathe in. And now, breathe in. As you breathe in, goes up on your toes, and then in, out. In, out. In, out. One more time. In, out. Gather everything up over your head, in front, behind, and all around. In and out. Okay, so that just helps. Again, you know, as you start moving, you go, oh, what else can I do? First, it's like being able to sit without pain. Second, it's like, can I stand? Then can I do everything standing? And it's like, okay, what else can the body do? Okay, flexibility and strength, they go together. Okay, try to get more flexible, more strength. Opening at 12. Remember our hand thing we did last week? 12. Can we remember 12? Remember them? Starts with the outer fingers. Oh, just remember this? You're opening up all the meridians. First bit is really fun, all in all fun. And then we go, here's the rest. Yeah. Hello. And then thoughts. Okay. That's 3. 4. 5. This is a really good one when we have a lot of headaches and things, because this will get rid of your headaches. 5 is easy, you've got all 5 fingers. All it says. And this goes right into fingers. Yeah. That's half. Got it? This is for your spine. Okay. So 7, back of the hand. You get to switch it, yeah? Okay. 8, put your hands together. Let's go. That's important. What that is?
Don't. This is my problem with all the sets. I can't remember the next sequence. It's the sequence.
Oh my goodness.
Pardon my brain fried.
Well, unfront. Okay, 9. Come on. Oh, 9. Push it out. You remember. You want to go as far as you can. Push, 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 pull. Yeah, pull it in. Push, 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 push. And then you're here, so 10. Thumbs go in one direction, and then they go in the other direction. Okay. Then 11, so this is a closed fan, you're gonna open it. Close, open, close, open, close, open. And the last one, pull. Pull. Yeah, check it out. How's that feel? Yeah? Okay, so this is so your hands don't get stiff and gets everything moving. Plus it opens up all your meridians and feels good.
Amazing.
Okay, shake it out. Okay, so now closing. Up, over your head, behind, in front,